Yo, what's up, Leo? Welcome to your monthly forecast for the month of April 2017. Leo, before I start your forecast, I just want to let you know I'm posting daily astrology now on my Facebook page, so head there, check it out, read your daily forecast. I'm doing all 12 signs every day, so you can check out other signs if you want. They'll be there too. And it's really cool, so check it out. My Facebook page is Gregory Furlan. You can find my page by typing Gregory Furlan in the Facebook search bar. Now I'm going to jump into your forecast for the month of April 2017. Leo, the sun is going to be transiting the sign of Aries throughout the month of April 2017. Aries is your ninth house, has to do with faraway places, foreign cultures, spirituality. So up until April 19th, some Leos potentially coming back. Did you just get back from a faraway place, Leo? Are you going to be going to a faraway place soon? Are you currently watching this video from a faraway location? It's definitely possible. Now, if that's not the case, this is just going to heighten your fascination with faraway places during this time, and potentially for some Leos are going to be more immersed in foreign culture during this time. Potentially somebody around you who's from a foreign culture, possibly, or for other Leos, this area has to do with spirituality, so potentially heightened fascination regarding spirituality during this time. On April 19th, the sun is going to shift into Taurus. Taurus is your 10th house, has to do primarily with your career situation, so you're going to be a lot busier with career matters following April 19th. Those are the main themes for you, Leo, for the month of April 2017. Now I'm going to talk about some more specific major astrological events that are set to occur this month and what they mean for you. Right off the bat, on April 2nd, Venus, the planet of love, is retrograding so much that it's now moving backward into Pisces. So it started its retrograde cycle in Aries on March 4th, but now it's retrograding so much that it's going backwards into Pisces. And Pisces is your 8th house. It has to do with shared finances, has to do with shared resources. It has to do with your sex life. So it's interesting with Venus retrograde, especially for you single Leos. Whenever Venus goes retrograde, and this is not going to happen for all Leos, but for some Leos, Venus retrograde not only brings in people from your past regarding romance, and in this case, because it's in Pisces sex, Pisces, your 8th house, has to do with your sex life, but potentially somebody coming in from a past life. So it's not going to happen for all Leos, but some Leos potentially have some soulmates coming in, or maybe your soulmate already, or if you're coupled up, maybe you're with your soulmate. So potentially some Leos dealing with soulmate situations here. It's always a possibility when Venus goes retrograde. It doesn't just bring people back from the past or from this lifetime. It brings people back from the past or from past lifetimes. So if there is somebody that comes into your life that's new, potentially you've known them in a previous life. So depending on whether or not you want to move forward with them is your choice. Now, if you're a Leo that's happily coupled up, this retrograde cycle for Venus suggests that you and your significant other are probably just going to be letting go of some outdated tendencies when it comes to romance in your life. On April 5th, Mars is in Taurus, and Taurus is your 10th house, has to do with your career situation. It's making a positive angle to Pluto. Pluto is in Capricorn. Pluto is the planet of transformation. Capricorn is your 6th house. That's to do with your work situation primarily. So this is a great day for your work and your career, Leo. April 5th. Mark this one down. Great day for work. Great day for career. Whatever you're doing in your career and in your work on April 5th, you're going to notice that you're just doing a great job. And, if you don't receive, if it doesn't bear any sort of fruit on that actual day, this kind of performance is what's going to lead you, potentially to more money or, potentially advancements in your career and your work situation down the line. So keep up the good work there. Leo, on April 6th, Saturn is going retrograde. Saturn is the planet of restriction, and it's in Sagittarius, which is your 5th house, and that's to do with romance in your life, Leo. So Saturn is the planet of restructure. So it's like while it's in your area of romance, it's restructuring, how you operate regarding romance in your life, Leo. So there's some sort of gradual process that you're undergoing, some sort of change regarding romance and, how you perceive romance, how you operate within your romantic situation. And with Saturn retrograding in this area on April 6th, this suggests, some sort of halt or review on the process. So something needs to be, before you go ahead and jump into a romantic situation, or, take it to, or if you're already in one and you want to take it to the next level, before you take it to the next level, give yourself some time to think about what you're doing with your romantic situation, because Saturn's going to be retrograding in this area all the way up until August 25th. So when Saturn goes retrograde, it says, hey, hold on a second, take another look at what you're doing before you go forward. Make sure, this is what you really want for your romantic life. On April 7th, the sun is in Aries. Aries is your ninth house, has to do with faraway places, foreign culture, spirituality. It's actually making an opposition to Jupiter, which is in Libra. Libra is your third house, has to do with communication in your life. So this basically on April 7th is interesting because the sun in Aries also has to do with adventurism. So, you could feel like kind of inhibited. You feel like on April 7th, maybe you feel like you want to be more adventurous, like you wish like you could have more freedom. But you're communicating about somehow how you feel like you don't have enough adventure in your life, or somehow you don't, you feel a bit restricted. So you'll notice that on April 7th. And on April 9th, Mercury, the planet of communication, is in Taurus. Mercury's starting its retrograde cycle in Taurus. And Taurus is your 10th house. That's to do primarily with your professional situation, your career situation. So, obviously Mercury retrograde is when the planet looks like it's going backwards. It's not really going backwards, but it looks like it is. What does that mean astrologically? Well, it starts its retrograde on April 9th in your career sector, Leo. So this suggests that there's maybe some hang-ups going to be happening in your career. Like maybe you're trying to advance something in your career. Maybe you're trying to move forward with your career. Potential previous conversations coming up following April 9th, conversations you've had in your career before now resurfacing. And it's interesting, Mercury retrograde causes like technical errors and glitches and stuff too. So you could notice some like weird stuff going on with your computers, potentially, electronic equipment not working properly here and there. Not like a ton of it, but you'll notice some little like glitches here and there potentially following April 9th. On April 11th, there's a full moon in Libra. Libra, your third house. The third house has to do with all the communication in your life. Potentially some Leos having some sort of important message to communicate following the full moon on April 11th. Now, this is going to resonate differently for all Leos. Some Leos, this has to do with cars. Some Leos potentially thinking about car buying following April 11th. Maybe some Leos even just bought a car, actually. Some Leos potentially want to upgrade their phone. iPhone 7's out now. Maybe you want to think about getting that. And this also has to do with short-distance trips. Some Leos are going to take more short-distance trips following April 11th. Other Leos potentially, this is good for if you want to go on a job interview or a sales pitch, or you need to sell yourself about something, potentially doing a presentation. Following the full moon on April 11th, this is going to give you the gift of gab to do so. Really going to get your message across eloquently. For you Leos who are involved in, obviously not all Leos are going to be involved in radio, TV, film, television. But for those Leos that are, you could potentially see some kind of advancement here, some kind of development, positive development happening in this area of your life following April 11th. On April 15th, Venus, the planet of love, now turning direct in Pisces. And Pisces, that 8th house, has to do with your shared resources, shared finances, has to do with your sex life. So things should be smoother regarding your sex life following April 15th, Leo, because now you have Venus that's moving forward. So, retrograding is always signals maybe some hang-ups or some challenges potentially. So now with Venus turning direct in Pisces, your 8th house, that's to do with your sex life, you should see things smooth out when it comes to your sex life, or at least get better than what it was before. So that's following April 15th, and potentially making some progresses for you Leos that are coupled up, potentially seeing some progress, in shared resources, shared finances with the one, obviously whoever you share your resources with, whoever you share your finances with, Leo, following April 15th, you should see things going smoothly with that. On April 20th, Pluto is starting its retrograde cycle. And Pluto's in Capricorn. Capricorn, your 6th house of work, daily life, and health. So April 20th, Pluto retrograde. It's going to start moving. It's going to look like it's moving backwards. It's not really moving backwards, but it looks like it is. What does that mean astrologically? It's going to be doing this until September 28th. So this suggests that there may be some sort of hang-up or delay in like a work situation, Leo. So maybe you're trying to move something forward when it comes to your work following April 20th. Potentially something's not ready to it's not ready to move forward, Leo. Maybe something needs to be reviewed several times, or you have to really think about how you want to proceed with something in your work situation. That's following April 20th and all the way up until September 28th. You may not figure it out until then. Not saying that you're not going to, but potentially some of you, yes. And also during this time while Pluto's retrograding, your sixth house has to do with your health. So potential previous health thing cropping up, potentially maybe an issue that you've had with your health before, Leo, potentially coming up again. So look out for, previous health issues roaring their ugly heads again. That's between April 20th and September 28th while Pluto's retrograding in your sixth house of health. And also on April 20th, Mercury, the planet of communication, now retrograding so much that it's moving backwards into Aries. So now Mercury retrograde going back into Aries. Aries, your ninth house of faraway places, foreign culture, spirituality. It's going to be moving backwards in this area until May 3rd. It doesn't go forward in this area again until May 3rd. Not all Leos. Some Leos, yes, though, lucky enough to go somewhere far away that they've been to before during this time. If you're not, maybe you're potentially talking about somewhere far away you've been to before. If it doesn't have to do with that, it's just going to be a heightened fascination with faraway places. And, potentially some Leos having conversations with people from their past who are from foreign cultures, and potentially some challenges, maybe understanding spiritual subjects. Mercury retrograde suggests a challenge, and this is in your area of spirituality. Maybe you're having a little bit of difficulty understanding a spiritual subject during this time. On April 26th, new moon in Taurus. Taurus, your 10th house of your career. In the 6 months that follow April 26th, all this new stuff coming down the pike regarding your career situation. Get ready, Leo. Potentially some Leos a new career. Potentially Leos staying within the same company, but new stuff happening around them in their career. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe, share, and like. I'm on Instagram, Gregory Furlan Official. Facebook, Gregory Furlan. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great month, and I'll see you next time.